Very good morning, students. Myself, B.K. Singh, your science teacher from Oriental Public School, Kishanganj. Dear students, we are discussing nowadays the transfer of heat. And during last video, students, we had discussed conduction method, and today we are going to discuss convection method. Students, what is convection method? First of all, we will have to understand. So, convection, the process by which the transfer of heat takes place in liquid and gases is called convection. In this process, student, the heat is transferred due to the actual movement of molecules or atoms from one place to another place. How does it happen? For that, we can do one experiment, and in that experiment, student, we'll have to take one conical flask, and in that conical flask, we'll have to fill it with water. And after filling the conical glass with water, we will arrange this with the help of a stem. You can see here, this conical flask has been arranged. This is the conical flask, and this one has been arranged here with the help of the rod with a stem. This is the stem. So in this stem it has been arranged, and then we'll have to arrange one source of heat at the bottom. You can see here there is a source of heat, and when this from this source of heat is given, so what will happen? How this process takes place in this experiment we can see very clearly. So see, student, in this one what happens? First of all, this heat, actually the heat given at this place, it is getting transferred from, it is through the container to the molecules at the bottom of this container here at this place. And here these water molecules, being hot, become lighter, and they being lighter starts moving in the upward direction. So here, student, whatever molecules are getting heated at this place, all these molecules of water are rising in the upward direction. And see, student, if the molecules present at this place will start rising, so definitely at the bottom the place will become empty. So students, the place which has become empty cannot remain empty. To fulfill that, the nearby molecules will come to this gap to fill it, and in this way this molecule is moving in the upward direction, and the other molecules which are just going on filling this gap, they are moving in this direction. So this molecule will come at this place, this will come at this place. In this way, students, the transfer of heat takes place in this way. But here what is happening? The colder molecule, that is from this one entire current, actually this one is known as convection current. The current formed by the movement of the molecules from bottom to top and from top to bottom is known as convection current. This is known as convection current. So by convection current only, the transfer of heat takes place, and this method, as we have discussed here, is the process by which the transfer of heat takes place in the liquid and gas is called convection method. So after this, student, we will discuss further, that is this one we have discussed, and after this we will start discussing in our everyday life. There are so many events occurring in the atmosphere due to the convection current. For example, winds blowing in the atmosphere are convection current, formed due to air movement. The air of the atmosphere at different places get heated unevenly, differently, because of uneven heating of Earth's surface. This result in the convection current and wind blow from one place to other. The convection current, students, are more evident at seashores, and as you can see in the figure also I have tried to show. During the daytime, student, the shore warms up more than the sea water. So suppose this one is the shore, this is the shore, and this is sea water. This side I have tried to draw the sea water. So students, in this sea water, because of the here we have discussed that during the daytime the shore warms up more than the sea water because of much lower specific heat capacity of the land. The hot air above the shore is therefore less dense and hence rises up. Here at this place it rises in the upward direction. The cool air above the sea water, cool air above the sea water at this place, cool air above the sea water, which is comparatively more dense, rushes from the sea towards the shore to replace the hot air. This one, no, and this result in a cool sea breeze from the sea toward the land, as depicted in the figure. And at night just reverse is there. At night it's a reverse is there, which we can see in the next page. That is here you can see at night the condition is reverse, and at night what happens? At night the land surface cools quickly as compared to that of the sea, and hence the direction of convection current is now reversed. Warmer air rises up from the sea, the warmer we can take it here, and warmer air from the sea actually starts rising and is replaced by the colder air from the shore. No, this one is rising up, and this space is filled by the cold air from the land part, and hence there are ventilators. In this way the breeze starts. This is in this way this is also known as land breeze. And another example also we can take, and that is there are ventilators in our rooms made to form convection current so that fresh air from the outside rushes toward the rooms, and the air we breathe out is warmer than the light and lighter than that is ordinary air. Now students, after this we will discuss the next page, that is radiation method. Radiation method, students, this is the another mode of transfer of heat. And what is radiation? We can define radiation as the mode of transfer of heat where medium or matter is not required is called radiation method. In this method, student, the energy so radiated is called radiant energy. Students, to understand this radiation method, we can do one experiment, and in this experiment here what we have taken, one candle we have taken here, and in this candle see the candle is here, and one thermometer has been placed, and this candle has been burnt. Here it is blowing, sorry, it is the flame is there, and one thermometer has been kept at this position. So student, the reading of thermometer increases as the temperature at the place of bulb increases. So here in this case, here it is the reading of this thermometer will increase, student. It will increase. So how it is increasing? See what is the reason behind it? How it is increasing? If the candle is burning here, so from this one, from the heat is here. This heat cannot pass here by the method of conduction, because there is no any connection. No, there is no any connection or solid material. There is no any solid body. And second condition is that here there is also no liquid or gas is moving from here to here in this direction, because it is little lower than the flame. So it cannot, neither the hot liquid will come here, nor the hot gases will come here. If liquid or gas is being heated, it will move in upward direction. It will not come in downward direction. So neither by the conduction method nor by convection method the heat is transferring from this flame to this mercury or this thermometer. Then here which method is followed? Definitely student, here radiation method is being followed. So in radiation method, what happens? Let us see in the next page. Here you can see in this setup, and we'll discuss now. In the radiation process, the heat is transferred from one body to another in a straight line in all direction and at a speed of light, without the add of intermediate particles and without heating the medium through which it passes. So here it is moving from one place to another directly at the speed of light and without heating the medium in between. So in this way you have understood this part. Student, to make it more clear, we can do one experiment, and in that experiment you can see in this figure, take a flat bottom flask fitted with a rubber stopper having two holes. Fix a thermometer in one hole and a glass tube in the other, as you can see in the figure. Connect a vacuum pump to the glass tube and remove the air from the flask, and note the temperature reading of the thermometer. Now place the evacuated flask in bright sunlight or near a heater. What will you observe? Will the temperature inside the flask rise? Yes, the temperature will rise. So you will notice that the temperature inside the flask rises, and thus one can conclude that transfer of heat by radiation needs no medium, and hence heat radiation can travel in vacuum. So this is all for today, students, and in our next video we'll discuss the thermos flask and other things. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.